I was born in Rangoon, in Burma, in Myanmar. Yes, but when I was 6 months old, because of my father was involved with the current, at that time they called it rebellion. So my mom couldn't stay back because of security reason. If she stayed back, she would be arrested and jailed. So she had to flee the country when I was 6 months old on foot. And then I grew up in the refugees camp in Thai-Burma border.
So, what was it like growing up in a refugee camp on the Thai-Burma border?
It was like a different world from Australia. The houses were made with bamboo, and the roofs were made with leaves, and we wash our clothes with our hands. We use candlelight at night time for the light, and also we get the water from the well. Yeah, so everything was like totally different from Australia. But one thing that I now, when I reflected, I didn't have any hope because I didn't know what should I hope for living in the refugees camp, and your future is not certain. So I didn't have any dream or anything. We lived there for hoping for a better lives. But after 3 years, because of the military attack, we were notified very like short, like only a few hours. Like my mom, I still remember that incident like that. I went to the river because we have to take a shower in the river, and then came back, and then my mom was informed that you have 2 hours to leave. So we had to pack a few belongings. And to me, I thought we just going to go for a few days and then we will came back. And then you could see that people are walking, carrying their belongings on foot. And then everything was quiet. You can feel the emptiness. You just walk down, and it took us like a few days to reach the border. Yeah, so we had to sleep at nighttime in the jungle. And yeah, and then I could stay, remember lying on the ground and looking at the moon. Yeah, but it was quiet because we were not allowed to use any light. We could also hear the sounds of the gun or a bomb, or yeah, from distance. And then
How old were you when this happened?
I was about 12 or 13 at the time.
And were you frightened?
I had this like heaviness or something, like I missed something. I don't know. I didn't know at the time. Like I was missing something, and then we don't know what is going to happen to us. We didn't know it. Like, and then a lot of people were sick in the temporary place that we were living, and a lot of people die as well. And
How long were you in the camp before you left to come to Australia?
after that, at like 97, then I lived in the camp until 2004 when I came here.
And how did you end up coming to Australia?
My sister sponsored me. Yeah, she
Okay.
came here earlier. So yeah, yeah, and through UNHCR. Yeah.
Okay. How long did it take before she was able to sponsor you?
I was not sure which year she came here. Yeah, but
So you had
oh,
you
the
had
process. You mean the
to,
process?
you had to wait for.
Oh, for a year or two.
And what was it like when you came, when you arrived?
When I came to Australia, I was so excited at first. You know, I would get to go to a big country. But when I came here on the plane, I was alone. I was so nervous, and I think there were like a sports people. They were so huge. Like I thought everyone in Australia would be that big, you know, and I was so small. And yeah, I was very glad when I came here. But after a while, I miss like my life back in the camp, because it was a total world here. Everything was different, like new world. Even when you cook, it wasn't like the way we cook there. And then the washing machine was so hard for me.
Was it difficult not having your whole family around?
Yeah, it was very difficult because my sister family, in the morning, everyone disappeared, and I was left alone in the house. And then they came back in like in the evening. So to me at the time, I told my sister, you are like a robot. You don't get to see your community people a lot.
That must be hard having your family scattered around the world.
Yeah, it was very hard. Yeah, because I was very close to my mom. Yeah.
So you said that, you know, talked about some of the challenges that you faced when you came here.
Yeah.
The language barrier, cultural differences. And, you know, what did you most enjoy about being in Australia?
I enjoy everything now, but when I first came, I find it hard. People like, because in the refugees camp, I was only exposed to, you know, the Korean people, majority. When I came here, I saw like different people, different culture. So when I went to ACL class, I didn't talk a lot because I was too afraid to talk. If I say something, I won't make a mistake, or I don't want to be seen as rude, you know. Yeah, so but at the same time, I also enjoy like seeing different world, like different people that I never knew. Like for example, like Lebanese community. I had a friend in the class, and she said, "Oh, I never hear about Korean people or Burma," and I said the same. Like I never hear about Lebanese people.
How important is resettlement, like having access to resettlement?
I was lucky enough when I came to Australia, my sister was helping me. Even though she was helping me, I still like have a lot of need left, like for my education, to further my education. I didn't know what to do because I didn't have any background in the refugees camp to further my study here. And she advised me to went to TAFE to get my certificate, like higher school certificate, because she said that was the only key that I could further my study. For me, I was lucky that I have my sister, but for those who don't have anyone here to support them, it is very hard. It is very hard to settle here. First of all, language barrier and lifestyle, like the lifestyle that they were in the refugee when they were in the refugees camp, and the lifestyle here is totally different. So it's very difficult, very hard for them. Even like little thing to travel, because at the moment I'm working at STAR, so I have newly arrived refugees who need to go for their appointment, and that's a big thing for them, like a really hard thing for them just to go for appointment because they're scared. They don't speak the language. They don't know how to get there, so they're scared, and it's very hard. That was just the one example thing.
When you came here and you studied and then you started working, can you tell us a bit about what kind of work you've been doing?
When I finished my high school, I did aged care because I wanted to be a nurse at first. So I did aged care. So I started from Cert 4 because I wanted to get the foundation grade. So I started Cert 2, and then I finished Certificate 3 at Meadowbank. And then I work at Adventist Aged Care at Wahroonga. At there, I really enjoy it. Physically demanding to work at aged care facility because it's involved a lot of physical work. Like you have to you have to help, you know, residents. So it's demanding. People are very friendly and very caring for each other. Residents are very nice. Their family and my leaders as well, they are very understanding.
And now you work for an organisation that helps other newly arrived refugees. Can you tell me a little bit about the work you do now and how that is helping people?
I am working at STARTS now as a Burmese group worker. I help newly arrived refugees or refugees-like background, as well as those who were here for a while but who were not able to participate because we have a lot of family that are not going out or participate. So yeah, my work involved like organizing programs for refugees, like people from my community. So, and also delivering training, like suicide prevention training, self-care training. And also, I also help individual newly arrived refugees with basic need, like for example, picking them up, dropping them off.
So you find it satisfying helping people who've gone through a similar experience to yourself?
Yeah.
And do you feel now that you belong, you have a sense of belonging in Australia?
When I first came here, it took me like several years to settle, to stand on my feet. It was hard, but now that I am able to work, I am so grateful that I had met like work at a good place, that I am able to, I feel that I belong to Australia and whatever, because in the refugees camp, I was not recognized. But here in Australia, I become a citizen. When I become Australian citizen, I was so happy. I cry a lot now that I am being recognized as, I belong to this country. Yeah, so I do feel personally, I do feel belong to Australia.
When you look back on your life, what are you most proud of?
I am proud that although I struggle during my study, although I face a lot of challenges, I didn't give up, because I know that in Australia we have opportunity, we have a lot of resources, we have the government who look after us really well. So I didn't want to give up, and I try to reach my goal. I wanted to serve people, I wanted to help people. And yeah, so I am now very proud of myself that I am able to help others who are in need.
How would you say resettlement has contributed to giving you opportunities in your life?
Like I said earlier, like in the refugees camp, I didn't see any future because I don't know what I could expect in the camp. But here in Australia, my resettlement allow me to grow, allow me to pursue my goal. It's create a goal for me to like achieve something that I would never achieve back in the refugees camp.
So Australia has received 1 million refugees since 1947. Can you tell us some of your thoughts about that?
I feel that Australia is very generous country, that they allow refugees, to people who don't have opportunity, don't have life, to come here and to start their lives.
And we're here today in a very special place. Can you tell us a little bit about where we are right now?
Yeah, we are at the Korean Community Garden. This garden is funded by Starts and Fefi High School. This place started before I joined Starts, but the community gardens were already here. They really enjoy coming to this garden. It's allowed them to relate this garden back with home. So whenever they come to the garden, they can relax and then do the gardenings, because uncles and most of the gardeners are unemployed. So this gives them a kind of like work that they can work on. And also different season, they grow different plants, and then they share with churches or with other community members.
Apart from your work and family, what are other important or significant parts of your life here in Australia?
I think my church. Yeah. Because I grew up in a very strict Christian family, I would say. My mom always like encourage us, and she always teach us, and I have a strong belief in God. So my faith is very important, and it is in the most important part of my life. So I involved at church, and I volunteer at church, because I know that Australia country is rely on volunteer, and yeah, and I want to be part of Australia as well. So I volunteer at my church, and yeah, I involved in children ministry for over 10 years.
Fantastic. Is there anything else you'd like to add about your experience coming to this country as a refugee?
Yeah, I just want to thank Australia for giving me this opportunity to live in this country and to be become Australian citizen and have the freedom to do anything that I want to do. Like I am able to study as much as I want to, or work as much as I want to. So yeah, I'm very thankful to the country